I mean, you just tasted it, okay? Oh. Not only does she look good in her chef coat, but she makes her chef creations taste good. It's the chef coat. It's the love. It's Sherry.
Yeah.
So
is it time for one of those sounds you do now?
Oh, no, because she's not a DJ. She's a culinary expert.
All right. I was wondering where the connection was.
No, we had quite a few DJs and musical masters, so that it was appropriate back then.
Oh,
but
okay.
good call.
Thank you.
Nice try, Mark. Nice try.
Thank you. I was just trying.
Nice try. So it's my pleasure to call up Sherry Soria, the creator. Our next awardee.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Am I on? I'm on.
You're on.
Hi, everybody. I'm glad you like the dessert. By the way, somebody asked what the name of that dessert was. It is a white chocolate raspberry cheesecake.
Oh my
And I want you to know that all of the ingredients from that cheesecake came from Divine Organics. Thank you, David Kaplan. David has been a sponsor of our school for many years. He provides us with a lot of ingredients, and we really appreciate it. Thank you. So we have 2 Pure Living Lifetime Achievement Awards this evening. And the Pure Living Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes and celebrates those elders who have made major contributions to the raw food and pure living community during their lifetime. This award was created in order to honor those individuals who have devoted their lives to contributing to the health and well-being of society and who have made a significant, lasting, and ongoing effort to create a more sustainable planet. They have inspired and encouraged us to participate in activities that could lead to healthier lifestyles and a better world for those who come after them. The recipients of this award have continually, throughout their lifetimes, embodied a spirit of enthusiasm, love, and integrity, while maintaining a constant dedication to the cause of health. They have willingly shared their knowledge with others in the spirit of service, while demonstrating leadership, vision, and courage. I have to get out my notes just a moment, please. Okay. So this first award goes to my dear friend, and it's my honor and pleasure to present this award to Karyn Calabrese.
Yeah!
And I have a lot more to say about that. Come on up. Let them get a good look at you, sister. Karyn is an inspiring raw food pioneer and visionary whose Chicago raw and vegan restaurants put Chicago and raw food on the map. Her acclaimed Karyn's Raw Bistro is the longest standing gourmet raw food restaurant in the United States.
Yeah!
She is also the author of Soak Your Nuts.
Yeah!
Cleansing with Karyn, which features her Nature's Healing System, a 28-day program that has helped thousands of her students overcome weight issues, skin problems, fibromyalgia, insulin dependence, and countless other health problems. Like myself and many other longtime raw fooders, Karyn was a student of Dr. Ann Wigmore and Viktoras Kulvinskas and used their principles to detoxify her body and heal herself from illness, fatigue, and allergies. Along with 2 children to raise, she bought a wheatgrass juicer and started a new life of growth and prosperity with her first business, growing and distributing wheatgrass. More importantly, this began her lifelong exploration into the interconnectedness between food and body and the ultimate attainment of self-insurance and inner peace. Even though she knew she had a tough road ahead, Karyn opened her first raw food restaurant, Karyn's Fresh Corner, which was a thriving success. She took the leap of faith when many people didn't know anything about raw foods. When I first met Karyn in 1996, she was growing wheatgrass in the basement of her restaurant for a growing number of people in her home in her hometown of Chicago, which wanted to achieve health and vitality. Having known Karyn for 20 years, I can tell you that it has not always been easy being Karyn Calabrese. But this amazing woman doesn't give up easily. When she has an idea, she is convinced will serve the greater good. She will move mountains to make it happen. Her energy and tenaciousness make her one of the most inspiring women I know. And I consider her a modern hero.
Yeah! Yeah!
Karyn Karyn will declare that she is not special, but she does have a special gift, and that gift was not passed on by her mother or father, who both died at a much younger age than she is now. Her gift is something she gave herself and continues to give herself every day. She has learned to listen and trust her innate knowledge, and by sharing this gift with others, she has become a leading, holistic healer and teacher without compromise.
Legend.
Karyn believes so strongly that it is not enough to simply eat live foods, but to cleanse the body of the strong, negative, anti-life foods stored in the body, that she opened a holistic therapy center, Karyn's Inner Beauty Center. I can tell you from personal experience, it is a gorgeous, upscale spa and learning center with a raw cafe attached. She continues to teach her own detoxification classes throughout the year to facilitate the process of cleansing. Karyn's sense of humor and messages of self-love and acceptance make her program a truly holistic journey. You're just going to have to live with it, dear. She has created, I couldn't stop. I got started and I couldn't stop. She has created an all-encompassing environment of food, health, guidance, and care. There's more. But not much more, I promise you. Okay, we're almost there. Can participate, so they can participate in their own journey of well-being that is powerful enough to change their life. You only have to take one look at Karyn today at 68 years young to know that she's doing something right. Doesn't she look fabulous? Raw food and cleansing body, mind, and spirit really works. Please put your hands together once again.
Yes, please, talk to us.
I'm feeling so incredibly honored, and I'm in awe because when I started all of this, I've been on a plant-based diet for 47 years, and when I started all of this, I was just a crazy lady in Chicago, and most of you weren't born yet. So it's so wonderful to have you all on this journey and to see how the movement has grown. And when I bought Viktoras' book in 1975, little did I know I would ever share a stage with him. So I'm just really excited to be here and to see all of you and to see how this movement has grown. And I'm not the crazy lady in Chicago anymore. Thank you.
And our second recipient of the Pure Living Lifetime Achievement Award is to the grandfather of living foods, Viktoras Kulvinskas. Of course. Over the course of his career in life, Viktoras has made an exemplary contribution to society and has had a profound effect on our world. Many of us at this event would not be doing what we're doing today without the inspiring example Viktoras has set for us all. His pioneering spirit, inventiveness, unfailing generosity, and kindness have touched all of our lives. His extraordinary intellectual contributions and teachings, as well as his vibrantly alive spiritual presence and love, are both humbling and inspiring. We are grateful to be able to honor this beautiful human being, Viktoras Kulvinskas, with this well-deserved award. Let me tell you a little bit about the life of this inspiring man.
Please do.
Viktoras Kulvinskas is a Lithuanian World War II survivor who went on to become a college mathematics and computer systems instructor. He was also a computer consultant on notable projects like the Apollo mission. He worked with MIT, the Smithsonian Institute, and Harvard University. But like a lot of scholars, he was working long hours, eating poorly, and ignoring the needs of his body. He was smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day. And finally, his body rebelled and became so ill, he realized he was dying of autoimmune collapse. Fortunately, he became aware of Anne Wigmore and her story of reversing her own cancer using natural methods, especially leafy greens and grass. After spending time with her and subsequently recovering from his illness, he began collaborating with Dr. Anne and eventually co-founded the Hippocrates Health Institute. Their live food program helped millions around the world regain their health through living holistic lifestyles and ultimately bred a generation of raw foodists. Viktoras also co-founded the Morbid Obesity and Addiction Center with actor, activist, and comedian Dick Gregory. As director of research, Viktoras helped their clients lose anywhere from 1 to 2.5 pounds of weight per day per person using enzymatic supplementation. He has been a pioneer of enzymatic research and wrote the introduction to Dr. Howe's book, Food Enzymes for Health and Longevity, helping to increase awareness of the importance of enzymes in our diet. There's more.
Come on, Sherry.
Don't rush me.
Come on, girl.
Don't rush me.
You've not got the red on now.
This is a Lifetime Achievement Award, and I'm Viktoras has authored several books, including the bestseller Survival in the 21st Century, Planetary Healer's Manual. First published in 1975, the book documents the successful treatment of cancer, leukemia, arthritis, diabetes, and other potentially life-threatening diseases, and inspired many of us to start sprouting and eating living foods. When I first read Survival in the 21st Century in the late 70s, I was a vegetarian cooking instructor, and even though I considered myself progressive, Viktoras was light years ahead of me. In fact, I thought he was light years beyond this planet. I have known Viktoras now for over 20 years. He has become a dear friend and mentor, and I still consider him otherworldly. He has always been ahead of his time, and he has taken us all on a wild ride of discovery. Some of you know that if it hadn't been for Viktoras, I wouldn't have started Living Light Culinary Institute. It was his suggestion and strong encouragement that convinced me that I had to start training chefs. I credit Viktoras for the fact that I had the courage to start a culinary school devoted to exclusively training chefs and instructors when most people thought raw food meant sushi. Now, 18 years later, thousands of chefs from over 60 countries have trained at Living Light, and they can thank Viktoras. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure many others of you have your own similar stories of how you were influenced by this great man, Viktoras Kulvinskas. Please stand up and show your appreciation to Viktoras for his years of selfless giving.
Never allow a moment to go by when you hug a beautiful woman to experience hugasage and a hugasana. I am so proud of the children of the light that are hearing the inner drum, the calling of the earth, the song of the cosmos, and marching to the drum of love, sustainability, and life. We are truly a great global nation. We are going to survive, thrive, and magnify the divine message that is written in all of our hearts. I am extremely impressed just by the talent that I'm surrounded within this room, and the talent that is blossoming in the young hearts. Some of them are only 2 years old. Some of them are in their 20s. The beautiful message that, yes, in the song, yes also is the name of an international organization, Youth for Environmental Sanity. Over millions of young men and women now in practically every country are actively involved in veganism, ecology. Onward, the country, the globe, we are changing together as we resonate the light, the truth in our lives and mirror this beauty with heart of joy to others. They cannot but be changed and transformed. I worked in many places, among them Harlem, and within especially the Afro-American community, in the days when there were very few white boys or girls in that group. Dick Gregory used to call me, well, he's really black in the heart, though his skin might look white. And he was truly a blessing, both to the whites and to the Afro-American Spanish inspiration. and so has Ann Wigmore, so has been all the thousands of great men and women who preceded us. We cannot go far without standing on the shoulders of those who set the background for our future. Just as much as Harvard Medical School had such a great environment where I could study, so that when I confronted the head of Harvard Nutritional Department, Fred Stair, on a Channel 7, by the time it was over, this intellectual wrestling, he could only concede with a commentary, well, I still believe. Now, mind you, he was now into beliefs, not science. I was into science. He says, I still believe that you cannot be a vegan without sneaking in occasionally a hot dog or a hamburger. He says, no way could you survive. Well, 50 years later, I'm thriving and surviving. Bless those leaders who ended up bringing now to the mainstream, standing up to the forces, and being able to dare to be different, dare to speak the truth, and dare to take on positions of leadership that the earth is calling us all forth. So, every one of you, thank you, thank you, thank you, for you all deserve an award from my heart to your heart, for you are great just as soon as you come in touch with who you really are. Every one of us has special dharma, and no one is greater or lesser. I just happen to have this platform for a moment, and I'm gone back to the earth, back to the kitchen, back to writing, back to healing, back to my jeans or nakedness, allowing the sun, the wind, the mosquitoes play with my body. So blessings to you, and thank you for coming, and let's make next year the best ever. This was the best, but the next will be better than the best. Take care.